Hello friend, welcome back to my new lecture on database connectivity and XML. So in previous class we have discussed about how to write XML code, XML program. So you can see in this slide. So we have written here XML code. It is started by question mark and XML and version 1.0 and employee department IT. We have been the table name employee table. So the basic use of XML is to transport data from one node to another node, one system to another system. So inside this employee table, so we are writing here department IT, and its first row is EMP1, second row this is EMP2, third row, and this is EMP3. And inside EMP1 we have three fields: name, address, and class. So inside name we have Kamal, Haldwani, and MCA are the data of first row, and these are the second row data, and these are the third row data. So one special thing about this XML, in XML the tags are not predefined. They are according to the table and according to the property. So we have name, class, and address and class are three fields. So accordingly we have three tag, and employee is the name of table, so employee is the tag. Suppose in case we have student table, then the tag will be student, and the first column or first field of the student table is roll number, then roll number will be the tag. So this way we define the tag in XML. So this is XML program, and we can execute this program. When we execute this program, this will display in this structure, like this structure, where this is XML and employee, and then we have inside this employee we have EMP1, 2, and 3. See again, we have EMP1, EMP2, EMP3. So EMP1 is representing first row, EMP2 is representing second row, and EMP3 is representing third row. So these are three row, the EMP1 representing first row. So when we will click on plus, and then it will display the data inside the EMP1. So the data inside the EMP1 is Kamal, Haldwani, and MCA. While we will click on this minus button, then this will skew up, and this will again skew up, and a plus will expand it. Plus will expand it. So this is the program, and uh, last time I have discussed this program where we can write the same XML code in C#.NET. See this program, we have this XML code, we have been EMP1, and inside EMP1 we have name, address, and class. So this program can be written in C#.NET. So when we will use C#.NET to write this program, so first of all we have to write here using system and using system.xml. Then we will start the class 1 and static void main, and inside this we will write here XML text writer. Its object is tw equals to new XML text writer, and abc.xml is the name of file. Same way here we have this file, and this file, the name of the file is abc.xml. So again we are using here abc.xml, and tw.write statement will start the XML program. So it means we have started the XML program, and it will be closed by tw.end write end element. So write start element, this is write start element, and is against it we have write end element, and XML text writer will be closed at the end of the program. And this is tw dot write start element employee, and it is closed here write end element. So tw dot, we are writing here tw dot write start element for employee, tw dot write start element for EMP1, and tw dot write start element for name. So we have been employee, EMP1, and name. For all these three we will have same function tw dot write start element. Three times we have written write start element. First time for employee, second time for EMP1, and third time for name. And finally write string. This is different than this function. So here we are writing here write string Kamal. So for this string, for the string, for the value, this value, we will use write string, tw dot write string. So this is tw dot write string, and this name will be closed here, tw dot write element. Again write end element, and again we will write write start element for address. See here, the second one, second tag is address. So this is write start element, write start element for address, and then we'll write string for the string Haldwani. So this is here Haldwani, it will be written by write string only. Write string will be used for this, and tw dot write end element. Again, write start element for class and write string for MCA, and tw dot write end element. So this way we are writing here the code where this code is used to write XML document, and here we are writing only one row, Kamal Haldwani and MCA, means only we are writing here this row, Kamal Haldwani and MCA. So one row at a time we are using this. But if we will use for loop, then we can recursively write the rows on XML table, and each time we can fix a different value here. So we will have to mention here the variable name, and that variable name is it should be connected with any text box. तो किसको हम किसी text box के थ्रू कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं. जैसे हम वैल्यू इनपुट करेंगे text box को, वो वैल्यू हमारी XML फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट होती जाएंगी, and it will create such type of XML file. So we can use here for loop. So the benefit of using this type of program in XML, we can use for loop, while loop, and any programming concept with XML. तो विदाउट C#.NET हम इसमें प्रोग्रामिंग कॉन्सेप्ट यूज़ नहीं कर सकते हैं, हम वेरिएबल यूज़ नहीं कर सकते हैं, हम फॉर लूप यूज़ नहीं कर सकते हैं, एरे का यूज़ नहीं कर सकते, बट विद हेल्प ऑफ प्रोग्रामिंग वी कैन यूज एवरीथिंग. तो XML को और ज़्यादा इफिशियंट बनाने के लिए हम यहाँ पे C#.NET प्रोग्रामिंग का यूज कर रहे हैं. नाउ आई एम कमिंग ऑन द सेकेंड प्रोग्राम. In this program we are using here XML text reader, while in the previous one we are using here XML text writer. So we are writing XML file, but here in this program, in the next program, we are inputting this abc.xml. पहले वाले में तो हमने abc.xml को क्रिएट किया, राइट किया, टेक्स्ट राइटर लिया हमने, इसको ये क्रिएट की. अब यहाँ हम इसे रीड कर रहे हैं. We are reading from abc.xml, and object of XML text reader is tr, and this is inside main, and main is inside class, and class is inside namespace, and we have written here using system.xml, using system.data, and using system, while using system.data is not required here. So using system or using system.xml is important for here. In this case, these two using statements are important. So we'll use, when we will read the XML file, then one by one, row by row, we have to access the value of this XML file. So we'll write here while tr.read. So name and its value. So the first property and its value. So the properties are the first property name and its value, address and its value, class and its value. So we have been three property. So we will retrieve the value of all three property. So tr, we will write here tr.name, it will be printed on 0 position, and tr.value will be printed at 1 position. Name and the value is name and its value is Kamal, and address second time when we will execute second time. So while tr.read, again tr.read function will return true value, so it will display, then it will display address and its value Haldwani. So next time it will be address and Haldwani. Again in third time we have one more record. So tr.read will return true, then it will return the value class and its value MCA. So class in the place of name means in place of 0, and its value MCA. MC will be displayed at location 1. And now we have 3 value, and fourth time when we will go on while loop and we will execute this tr.read, then in that case tr read function will return false value and we will come out from while loop. मतलब हमने 3 वैल्यू डिस्प्ले करा दी, उसके बाद हम इससे बाहर आ जाएंगे क्योंकि चौथी वैल्यू है ही नहीं. Now see one more program here. In this case we are using load XML function. So we have been XML document class. So here again we are using system.xml and namespace. This is namespace. Inside namespace we have class, and inside class we have public static void main, and then we are using the class XML document which is inside this system.xml. So XML document D equals to new XML document. So we are using this statement XML document D equals to new XML document and D dot load XML. So directly we can load XML code on by this command, load XML command. So this is the function of XML document because we have written a D dot load XML. So load XML is the function of XML document. So D dot load XML, and then we have written complete code of XML, means complete one role emp1 and name, address and class. We have 3 tags. So we are writing is like that: emp1 inside the tag and double quotes are closed plus name Kamal and slash name, and we have been closed this, plus address Haldwani slash address and again double quotes closed, plus class MCA slash class and it is also closed, and then emp1, and this is the statement complete. Semicolon we have given here, and d dot save. We are writing d dot save, means save also a function of load XML document class. So that's why we are using here XML document class. So d dot load XML, d dot save. So we are saving is console dot out. It means console dot out is a standard output device, means our monitor. So it is representing monitor, so it will save on monitor. It means it will display this XML file on our monitor. So the XML file will be displayed on monitor. So you can see here complete XML file question mark, automatically it will add this line also. So question mark XML version is this, and then the code which we have given here, load XML function, and this code will be displayed over here. So this is console.out. So it means it will be displayed on our monitor. So in case if we write the name of any file, then it will display on, it will be transferred to the particular file. तो यहाँ पे हमने load XML के अंदर ये XML कोड लिखा और उसके बाद d.save में console.out लिखा. इसका मतलब ये console.out रिप्रेजेंट करता है स्टैंडर्ड आउटपुट डिवाइस, मतलब मॉनिटर को. तो ये सेव कहाँ होगा? मॉनिटर में, यानी कि मॉनिटर पर डिस्प्ले हो जाएगा. इट विल नॉट सेव इन एनी फाइल, किसी फाइल में सेव नहीं होगा. अगर फाइल में सेव करना है देन वी विल राइट द नेम ऑफ file. Now in the second program you can see here we have changed it. We have given here c colon slash, in place of console.out we have written here c colon slash double slash xml abc.xml. Now the same program will be transferred to the abc.xml, and when we will execute abc.xml then it will display like that. So we will click on this minus, then it will squeeze up and it will be converted into plus sign, and when we will press on plus sign it will be expanded and it will show the complete XML file. तो इस तरह से ये XML फाइल को शो कर देगा. तो ये load XML, this is load XML function, and we have been d.save function. So we have many functions inside this XML document and other XML programming. So according the requirement of the client program software, so we will use the XML. So basic concept we have discussed about the XML programming. Now see the most important program of this XML programming. So you can see in this program we are doing database connectivity. Initially it was database connectivity, but finally we are creating a XML file, and XML file are very important for data transportation. Without XML we cannot transport data from one system efficiently and very easily from one system to another system. Now see the program we are writing here, because we are doing database connectivity. That's why we are using system.data along with system, using system.data.sql client. Means for database connectivity we are using SQL client, and we are also using system.xml, and we have namespace console application 10, and we have class 1. This is console program, and we have uh, public static void main string args, and inside this main we are writing the first statement SQL connection. For database connectivity we need to write first statement, that would be SQL connection. Its object is con equals to new SQL connection. We are writing here server name, username, UID means user ID, and password which is blank, and name of database. So we mention here server name as well as database name along with user ID and password. After creating this configuration connection string, we have to write connection dot open. Then we will open that connection which we have configured. Now we are writing here SQL data adapter. We know there are four functions, four classes: execute scalar, and execute non-query, uh, and SQL data adapter, and SQL data reader. So we have different functions, different classes for database connectivity for different type of the SQL statement. Non-query used for in case of create and insert command, execute non-query, and execute scalar is used in case of the select query, but we should have single output value, तो वहाँ पे हम उसको यूज करते हैं. एंड SQL adapter is used for complete table when we are returning the complete table. So here we are using select asterisk from emp1, means from emp1 we are retrieving the whole table, and the second argument is the connection. So while we will write SQL data adapter, we will use select query as well as second argument, that is connection, that is the object of the connection string. So this is SQL data adapter. Its object is DA equals to new SQL data adapter query and then connection. So on this connection, this query will be applied, and it will return whole table, and the whole table will be transferred to the DA. And we need one more data set. In case of SQL data adapter, we require data set. Data set ds equals to new data set employee. तो यहाँ पे हम क्या करते हैं, data set create करते हैं, and its name is employee. And now from DA we have collected the whole table on DA. Then from DA we will fill all the data on DS, and the name is employee. The data set name is employee. So this way, by this DA we are filling it on DS dataset, and from dataset we directly write XML code. So from this EMP1 we are collecting data, and this collected data is transferred to the DS, and DS will write that data on abc.xml. Now we can verify that our data is in abc.xml or not. तो उसको check करने के लिए we can see this abc.xml. So there we will find the format of the XML file. इस तरह का format मिलेगा, and we will have all the data of this employee table on this XML table. And this is very important program. We are not preparing any XML program. Directly we are taking data from SQL table and transferring it to abc.xml. So it is very quick, and quickly we can transfer data from here to abc.xml. And finally we'll close the connection, and we are writing here XML file has been created. This message, if this message is displayed on our screen, it means the program is successfully executed. So this is very important program, and along with database connectivity, we have to do this XML programming, and XML programming is very easy if we have done the database connectivity in C#.NET. Then it's not too difficult to understand the concept of the XML. And XML is a very important and integral part of this C#.NET programming, and without XML it is not complete. So thank you very much listening toward end of this lecture, and in next lecture we will discuss about ASP.NET and other concept of the C#.NET. So thank you very much again.